Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, November 21st, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I trust in my power because I am infinitely connected to the power of the divine. Well, here we are at the end of Sun in Scorpio. We actually have the Sun move into Sagittarius this evening, 5:35 p.m. Pacific time. I am actually going to do a separate scope for that. Just because, why not? So we're going to focus on this last day of Sun in Scorpio here because it's got a little bit of a doozy energy going on. And it's kind of the combination of all of it that can be a little thunderbolty. In fact, I think these two cards are going really well together. Slow down because thunderbolt. So we start the day with the moon in Sagittarius lending a little fire to the intensity of our last day of Sun in Scorpio. And the moon in Sagittarius is meeting up with Mars in Sagittarius. And so while Sagittarius is a very optimistic sign and can hold a lot of light, it is still a fire sign and can get very fiery. And so the moon plus fiery Mars in this fiery sign is a recipe for flying off the handle. And I feel like the Thunderbolt card can show that a little bit. But it's not just that we have going on. We also have the Sun opposite Uranus. And Uranus is like a lightning bolt, just ready to strike, just ready to hit. Uranus is meant to bring change, and as we are sometimes very stubborn humans, sometimes Uranus has to like kind of give us a little kick to the Uranus. So Sun opposite Uranus, Sun in Scorpio opposite Uranus at 29 degrees Taurus. This energy is really, really potent and going hand in hand with this moon and Mars energy. So those two alone are a lot. But then we throw in a little Neptune. We have the Sun and Neptune in a trine. They are working together. But Neptune can bring in a little fogginess. It can bring in some past life karmic energies. And it can bring up the emotions as we have Sun in Scorpio at the final degree and Neptune in Pisces at that final degree, connecting in to Uranus at that final degree. So this energy has a lot of lessons. It has tension. It has sparks. It has recipes for evolution, revolution energy and personal change, but it's definitely not calm. And it's definitely not necessarily grounded in and of itself. Even though Uranus is in Taurus, you remember, we still can have our, feet over our head and falling down in and through this energy. Last time it was Joe's turn to fall, but I've had Uranus transits knock me off my feet, literally. And so starting your day grounding, finding your center, finding your calm, connecting into your own personal power, because today might be that day where people are coming at you. When I was shuffling the cards, the projections card popped out. And I think that this could be part of this Uranus energy where people are just feeling triggered, and a lot of times people don't want to take personal responsibility for their triggers. They want to be like, this is your fault. Now, your personal power is in like recognizing, okay, this trigger, this thing in me, there is something to heal here. There is something to look at here. But watch for those projections. Like this literally came like hugely flying out. So being aware of that is going to be really powerful and important. Now, it's interesting too because Scorpio and Taurus are fixed signs. And I do feel like there is some powerful and potential breakthrough, even if there is a breakdown, meltdown, thunderbolt sort of moment. There is high potential for healing especially as we allow ourselves to feel the way, feel the trigger, feel the pain, feel the sorrow, feel the whole thing. There is so much potential for healing in this. And you know, the thing is don't be scared of the Thunderbolt. A lot of times when I see the Thunderbolt card, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to face our ego. And our ego might, you know, get taken down a notch. Because where you see is like in this figure, these figures are falling from the head, right? Like, and this is where the lightning bolts are striking. And so here, Uranus is taking care of us, striking where we have been thinking small, where we have been thinking narrowly, where we have been thinking outside of our power, where we have been thinking with fear. All of this is getting struck so that we can find healing. Now, it's interesting because I've been thinking about what is Sun in Sagittarius's theme going to be. And the theme is lightly thinking bigger. Just being able to expand how we are looking at something. And so this day is ripe for that. But I can't say that it's necessarily going to be easy in the moment. We also have the stress card. And this might be where you're just doing too much, taking on too much, all of those things. And so to me, this card, along with the slowing down card, is a reminder to pause often today. Breathe. Take your monkey out for a walk, right? I always say that about the monkey here. The monkey can represent the mind in this. It's also another 7 card. We got a few 7 cards going on in here. And the 7s are like, this is an illusion. And part of the illusion is how you are thinking about it. So whether it's like you've taken on somebody else's trigger, you've taken on somebody else's projection, and you're stuck in that stinking thinking, put it down and check in with the realm of possibilities. This is part of the alchemy work that Sun in Scorpio into Sun in Sagittarius is doing. Now, I wish I could say that it's going to be like a bright and sunny Sagittarius time. We'll have some of that, right? We'll have that fire, that beauty. We're still also going to have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio for a little while, and Mercury, you know, even after it's finished retrograding, it's going to be in Scorpio until December 12th, which is a while. It's a while for Mercury to be in a sign. So there's a lot of potential. Sagittarius loves the word potential. There's a lot of potential for these alchemy processes moving forward. But today is really gonna, like, it's a little bit of a test. We've got a little bit of a test going on. I, of course, have a great card to finish up our Shadows and Light season, Lantern Fairy. So go check that out in the separate little oracle scope. And I think I'm going to leave that there. But go check out tomorrow's. I'm going to do one for Saturday, and we're going to dig into Sun in Sagittarius and all that entails. Besides that, you can book a reading, you can book a clearing. I have holiday readings available, meaning holiday gifts, I guess. If you would like to gift somebody a reading, I would be so grateful. This has been a very slow year, and with everything that's gone on, I'm hoping that I get some of this to help bring some more momentum into my work and business, because I love this. So I'm going to leave it there. Besides all this, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. You have the power. And may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust the process. Namaste.